So now I'd like to get this image that is basically a field. It's kind of has continuous values across the image, and I want to classify it and reduce the complexity to just a few classes rather than continuously varying data. And so what that means is that I want to get us to away from these continuous things to something. This is more classified, and we're going to go for this one and use these classes. So just to have this as a reference, I'm just going to open the image in a new tab so that it's right here, and then I'm going to move that closer because we're going to be referring to that in this step. So now I'm going to go back to the CZU fire complex, and I need to get to we've done the calculate, done that calculate, now I need to go to classify, and I'm going to grab that starter script, come back to here, and in the code editor paste it in. So I need to apply additive thresholds to burn severity image. And so I've created a container called burn severity classes, and I'm going to say that it's going to be equal to the burn severity, and then I'm going to do something to it. I'm going to say greater than or equal to negative 0.25, and hit run, and let me explain where this number came from. If I go over here, what I'm seeing is that I'm basically trying to threshold everything that is 250 and greater is going to be either enhanced growth or something else. Everything that's not is going to be this enhanced growth high. Is that fair? So I'm using this threshold to distinguish this class as 0 and all of the other classes as 1. Is that fair? So that's the number's actually there, negative 0.25, and that is negative 0.25. And so let's go ahead and quickly see the results of this. And I'm going to say map, add layer, and this is going to be, it's getting late. I'm just going to copy that, paste it in, give me some space here. And then right now, my vis parameters are pretty straightforward. I've got a binary image, either 0 or 1. And then this is going to be my classify test. And I'm going to say for right now, go ahead and just display it because we're going to do this a bunch. And I want to reduce the number of clicks I have to do. And so this is going to think about it. And the very first step should just give me this because if you basically not much should be in that kind of there isn't much space that's in this high regrowth in our data set. So the stuff that is black, which seems like it is often like in the water and it's probably just error, is coming up as a high regrowth, and stuff that is white is everything else. Is that fair? So then the idea is that what I want to do is then chain this so that I'm going to add another binary threshold to the one I just made. So once again, I'm going to say that I want to grab the burn severity, and then within this parentheses, I'm going to say dot greater than or equal to negative 0.1, and that is because that is this class, right? So now I'm going to say, okay, this one's 0 and this one's 1, but now everything that's greater than this, I'm going to add to that, so it's going to be 2. So I'm saying let 0 stand for that, 1 stand for that, and 2 stand for that. Is that fair? And so then if I do this and then just change the max to 2, because we now have 0, 1, or 2, I should start to see white, black, and gray in my output image. Is that fair? And there it is. Again, a lot of it's the error of the ocean. But I'm starting to see some places that are coming in as regrowth between the 2 years. They probably are like agricultural fields and people's lawns and that kind of stuff. But who knows? And I just kind of then keep doing this, but I'm lazy, so I'm going to copy that whole thing and paste it in, and I have to figure out what my next class is. And so I just did -1, and now I'm going to go to +1. And so I'm going to just get rid of that negative, and I've now got another class, and I hit run, and this should carry through, and I should have now white, black, and 2 shades of gray. Is that fair? And then I'm going to do this again, so I'm going to copy this, bring it in, figure out what my next scheme is. It's probably 0.27. So change this to 0.27, and then this is going to be 4. Hit run. Should be less white and more of these intermediary. So then if I once again grab this, bring it in, and at this point I'm going to the moderate high severity, so 0.44. So if I change this to 0.44 and I hit run, should be a little bit less white. And there's that. And then I think I just do one last one, 0.66. So let me go to here. And now everything that is greater than 0.66 is going to be that high severity. And let's try to split that off. So there's that. And then was it 0.66, right? And I hit run. And I think that's my last class. Um, did that work? I think I think it's gonna be okay. So I've got 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I stopped kind of changing it there, and that's why you didn't see the white change. That looks a little bit better, and that's starting to look like a black and white version of where we're going. Is that is that okay? So, you know, well done. We just basically took a continuous field where if we used our inspector and clicked around, we were going to get a different number depending on which pixel we clicked. And now we can only get 7 possible numbers from 0 to 6. And those numbers now stand for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes. Okay, hopefully that's it's a little bit cumbersome, but that's basically how you do a reclassify in Earth Engine. So I'm going to save that and keep trying to get through this.